With this video, I'm going to begin the discussion over the next few screencasts of section 4.7 of the Dragon book, which discusses LR parsers and the algorithms used to build up LR parser tables. This culminates in the discussion of the LALR1 parser algorithm, which is a very important and widely used algorithm. It's used by the Unix utility Yak, as well as the GNU port of Yak, Bison, and several other parser generators that are available for other languages use the LALR1 parser algorithm. And so we're going to walk through how how ultimately we produce this. It's a very fascinating algorithm. We want to have, throughout this series of videos, we're going to be working with relatively simple grammar, which I've written down here. E produces E plus T or T. T produces T star F or F. F produces left parenthesis E, right parenthesis, or an ID. And this is just really meant to describe a relatively simple mathematical expression where when they say E, what they're really talking about is an expression. And when they say T, what they're really talking about is a term. And when they say F, they're really talking about a factor. So just for brevity, they're just using these abbreviations E, T, and F. And so they're trying to describe, things like ID plus ID times ID, etc. And to keep this grammar relatively simple and to keep the corresponding state tables that we're going to be building up smaller, they haven't put in any other operators. They haven't put in the subtraction operator. They haven't put in the division operator and some of the other operators that you might see in a full-blown mathematical expression language. So that's just designed to keep it simple and keep the number of states relatively small. So to work with this a little bit more easily, we're going to rewrite this grammar, and we want to have a way to refer to each one of these productions individually. And so I'm just going to rewrite this and write out each one. E produces E plus T, and then write out the second production, E produces T, and T produces T star F, T produces F, F produces left parenthesis E, right parenthesis, F produces ID. And then as we build up the state table, we need to have some way to refer to these individual productions. So we're going to number these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we'll see these numbers come into play in future videos as we build up the state tables that describe how to parse this language. And then later they introduce this concept of an augmented grammar, where we need to have some way to know when to stop parsing and say that, hey, we've found a match, we found a legal string that matches this grammar. And so they introduce this concept of augmenting the grammar with you take the start symbol, you make it you put a prime on it, and then you just say E prime produces E. And so we'll see how that factors in later.